Hey yo everyone, it's Tuesday, and that means you get to see this lovely face speaking to you in video format. So, when I asked for video assignments, Nathan suggested explaining how to do a very simple thing. Now I will do something similar. It may seem like a very simple thing, but the art of eating M&M's is actually a quite difficult one to master. Many people are doing it incorrectly, so they think it's easy, but it's actually very complicated. So, right here I have a bag of M&M's, but first I need to go over M&M's types, right? So there's your average milk chocolate ones. No, don't get those are stupid. I mean, unless you're allergic to peanuts, you have no excuse to not get the peanut M&M's. Like, as Hank Green said in a tweet, M&M's without peanuts are like books without words. By which he probably means hollow and disgusting and worthless, which is what milk chocolate M&M's are. Unless you're allergic to peanuts, then like fine, okay, I get it. So here's my bag. Right, so now we get to the part of actually eating M&M's. So see, you open the bag from the top. That's so far so good, right? So then most people at this point would just kind of reach in and grab one. But no, don't do that. That is incorrect. Shame on you if you ever have just reached into a bag and grabbed an M&M. No. First, we must perform the sacred chant to the M&M gods. They have bestowed this wonderful, glorious gift upon us, and you're just gonna go ahead and not respect them for that? Like, what kind of patron are you? Not a patron, apparently. You see the chant, it's relatively simple, okay? All you gotta do is you put your hands together, as many prayers are, you close your eyes, and you say, M&M God, thank you for your glorious gift, chocolate with candy coating, full of peanut. Thank you. Alright, and then, now, at this point, now you're like, okay, now I can reach into the bag. But no. I mean, yes, you can reach into the bag, but you cannot take one out yet. First, you reach into the bag, and you just feel, and this is still part of the ritual, okay? You've got to feel and appreciate the feel of the M&M's. Next, you can pull one out. Just feel it in your fingers one more time, then, don't eat it yet, sniff it. Soaking it in. And as you can see, maybe, we're gonna soak it in with every single sense. So you smell, you hear, you look at and admire the perfect color, the M on the front, the perfectly shaped M, the fact that if you turn it upside down, it kind of looks like a W. And then, at long last, you can begin to eat it. Stick it in your mouth very carefully. You don't want to disrespect the M&M god. Don't chew it yet. Don't chew it yet. Okay, now you can begin to chew it. Go and put it in your back teeth. Do one satisfying crunch. That first crunch is the best. And now you can slowly go on with the rest of your eating. Alright. And then you swallow, because that's how eating works. Alright, I'm proud of you. You did it along with me, I'm assuming. So that was for beginners. Now, we move on to how experts like me eat M&M's. So, you do the ritual, which I already did, so it's okay. You reach in, you feel, you smell, you listen, you look at and admire. But then there's variations. For example, you can start with it on your upper lip. Trick eats. Any number of variations. Just don't put it in any place too inappropriate so as not to disrespect the M&M god. Alright? Alright, now you probably want some folklore about the M&M god. So, like Greek mythology, has all these interesting stories. Well, you know what? M&M gods have interesting stories too. Alright? In the beginning, there was nothing. And then, because of the reflexive property of equality, M&M god equals M&M god. Alright? So then the M&M god existed. And then he created, again, due to the reflexive property of equality, an M&M goddess to be his wife. And at this point, they weren't quite M&M god and goddess, because they hadn't actually made M&M's yet. However, you know, they were kind of there in the dark nothingness of the beginning of time. They were sitting there. They were looking at all the dark nothingness, right? And they're like, you know what? We need something. So then they created planets, you know, because you need planets to have anything. So there were planets and stars and whatever. It starts out a lot like your typical creation story, actually. But see, so this god and goddess, the main ones, they go from planet to planet, star to star, vacation spots, so to speak. You know, adding a tree here and a lake there and whatever, whenever they feel like it. And then one day they're like, you know what, we're bored. So they decide to create a bunch of little minions known as humans. Yes. And then, you know, they would talk to the minions, humans. They would have fun, right? But then, you know, after a while, they're like, you know what, we're getting bored of these people. They're kind of dumb and tiny. We're so much smarter than them. So then, because they were so bored, they created more gods and goddesses, you know, with as Shakespeare put it in Othello, they made the beast with two backs. And then they made more gods and goddesses, and you know, they had fun with them. But the human minions were all sad now because they're like, oh, why'd they leave us, to the god and goddess? That's so mean. Do they hate us? They probably hate us. And they were all sad. But then the gods and goddesses are like, no, we don't hate you. How can we ever make this up to you? And then they made M&M's. That is the creation story. Now you know. Not many people know. I have just been bestowed with this knowledge from M&M gods themselves. Are you proud of me? Yeah, I am buddy with the M&M gods themselves. Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed this edumacation. Give me your thoughts in the comments below, and see y'all later.